What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another retro space update because I found quite a few sets over the last several months. So first off, we're going to talk about a rather large set. I picked this one up at Scenic City Bricks, and that's in Soddy Daisy, Tennessee. You hear us talk about bricks and minifigs over around Hamilton Place, which is the mall here, but this one's in Soddy Daisy. It is a mom and pop shop, but oh my gosh, do they have things. They get lots of things there. As far as they get lots of used sets, retro sets. They also get a lot of the newer sets. And they get a lot of retired sets there as well. But they also get a lot of GWPs. So if you're not in the market to spend a lot of money and you're in the Chattanooga area, this is a great place to go to pick up the GWP that you might have not wanted to spend $200+ for, to get something you really like. I've picked up quite a few there where this threshold to get them on the Lego website was quite high, and at the time there was nothing that really I wanted that would have gotten us there, but we could pick up the GWP there after the fact, and they're usually really reasonable about them. Now there are some that just based on what they are higher. For example, I know that the compass from when they brought out the Black Pearl is there. It was there last weekend, and it is $100. Would I pay $100 for that? No. Do I think it's a cool build? Absolutely. If it was a little cheaper, I probably would have brought it home just because I do like Pirates of the Caribbean. But we digress. So the first set that we picked up had the manual and the box. And the cool thing about this set is it was released twice in 2 years. And when they released the set, they gave it a different name each time. So the first time it was released was in 1978, and it was released as the Alpha 1 rocket base. And then it was released a second time in 1979 as the rocket launch pad. Now, the set number also varied. If it was the rocket launch pad from 1979, it was set 920. But if you got the 1978 version of it, it was set 483, and that was the Alpha rocket base. And like I said, this was cool because it does have the manual and the retro box to it. So I did get both of those things. So there's the box, still in really good shape, considering this set is actually older than I am. So this is pretty cool. Now, I will say this set is 186 pieces. It does have 3 minifigs, and the cool thing about it is it has one of the moon base plates to it. Now, I will say my set, you'll see when I pick this up, does have much more than 3 minifigs because I do have a lot of extra just Space Marine minifigs sitting around, and so I have added them to this working set. So this is the set. It came with 2 whites and a reds originally, and so as you can see here, the red one is driving the car, and then the 2 white ones were working on the base. And then I've added some blue, an extra white, a blue, some extra blue and red to this. It's a really cool set. The one thing I will say about it, which I wish Lego still made the cool bases. I mean, I love this base with the lunar rock on it, and I would love to find some more of these just for display purposes, because I think this would be great, because I am working on a display for this, so for all my retro Lego sets. So this is cool. Again, you can kind of tell the base plate it's a little bit flimsier than probably ones you would get today, just the age and the type of plastic that was used at the time. So there is some differences. As you can see, lots of cool translucent bricks on here, but all the pieces are there. So this was a really cool find. I think it was either $180 or $200. I don't remember the exact amount. I think this one was $200 at the time, but I have looked that up on eBay, and that was pretty comparable to what they go for on eBay. So this one was, like I said, a really cool set, and especially considering it had the 2 different dates and was actually given 2 different Lego set numbers. So that was really cool. The next, we got the in 1984, they released the Star Patrol launcher. This one was 71 pieces, came with 2 minifigs, and was set 6871, but in the UK it released as the Beta Patrol. So this is the Beta Patrol if you're in the UK, and the rocket or the Star Patrol launcher. So it's really cool. I like you can see still good detail here on it does lift up. Lots of good detail still on the computer screen here. So, you know, that was all in really, really good shape. Some of the bricks are a little loose. Again, things you would kind of expect to see given the age of these sets. Because this one came out when I was like 4. So it's on up there. The next, we have the terrestrial rover from 1987. It was 109 pieces, came with 1 minifig. And in the UK, it was released as the Cosmic Probe, or the Cosmic Probe. So this is the cool set that was the terrestrial rover. So this one's a really cool set. That set and the previous set, Jared actually gave me for Christmas. He spends far more time on eBay than I do. But I'm starting because I do have a set that I hope to pick up in the next couple of weeks off of there. And then the final retro set that we got was 6802, and it was the Space Probe from 1986. It's 26 pieces in 1 minifig. And this is the Space Probe. Now, it also showed in the picture when I looked it up in the Space book, a little black robot that I actually do think I have. But again, unfortunately, since the Lego room is a little bit chaotic at the moment, I think it's been moved around as I'm moving this stuff around. So, but I did want to show you guys some of the cool sets that I have gotten. And then I have 2 sets that are retro space adjacent. So they are the retro space theme, but they're not necessarily true retro sets. So at the beginning, I was talking about the fact that Scenic City, you can get lots of good deals on gift with purchases. You can also get when they do insider rewards. And if something sells out or you don't have quite enough points, they also a lot of times will get those as well and sell those at a pretty good deal. So I really wanted this one and it sold out before I could get it. And that was the Insider set. That was the retro space logo with the little shuttle going beside it. So this is the Retro Space Explorer. So going with our Space Explorers theme. I haven't decided if I'm going to build this one yet. Knowing me, more than likely yes, because I'm a firm believer that if you're going to buy them, they should be played with and built. So that was the other set that I got there. But most importantly, our little red friend that was a gift with purchase finally has a friend, because my big blue Build-A-Figure astronaut did finally come in after being on back order for months. And so here he is, the Build-A-Figure blue astronaut. He is so cool. He was a very fun build, I will say that. His legs are posable, which is really cool. And then, of course, if you take the top off of the helmet and don't take the extra piece out, you will see that when I was just talking about the robot missing from the thing, there is a robot that drives the astronaut in here, and this is the pretty standard robot that was with a lot of retro space sets. So this is a really cool throwback to the retro space line, and I'm so glad they finally did the Build-A-Figure for this, because I really think they did miss the mark when they released all the space stuff in 2024. That they did not do this as the Build-A-Figure, and they did the generic Build-A-Figure that they did do. So this was a really cool build. But that's it for this week. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. But don't forget, if you're an adult and you play with bricks, you're adulting with bricks.